All right, guys. 2024, menu number 7, French 24-hour MRE. We've got some good stuff in this one. Now, you see the green tape, U.S. border, Customs and Border Protection. They ravaged this thing. I got a big box of multiple MREs. They took one whole MRE out. It wasn't even worth it for them to put it back in, apparently, because they took it, left a little note. Tell you more about that later, but they went through each one of my, I've got 3 French MREs. They went through every one of them. I looked at this one first. It doesn't appear they took anything out. They just inspected it. That's good news. So let's see what we've got inside. First off, we have our energy breakfast muesli soup, and we'll divide this up into meals here in just a few minutes. Cod pate. French cheese, you know it's going to be good. Biscuits, 3 different kinds. Our accessory pack. This is supposed to be eaten cold. It's Asian shrimp and chicken, of course, from France. And then the French have a bunch of fun little things in their meals, I have to say. Here's some tissue, toilet paper, an energy bar cafe, so I'm guessing some kind of coffee. The nougat and fruit, plums, peaches there. Peaches or apricots. Oh, banana. Fuel.
Combat banana fuel.
The old combat bananas. And then we have noir, that's going to be your chocolate. Looks like some dark stuff. Energy drink mix. And our heater. Let's get our accessory pack opened up here. It's always fun with the international ones because they're always just a little bit different from the USA. So we've got some tea there. I think THE is going to be tea both ways. Ooh, we've got some coffee. We've got sugar. And sugar for our coffee and tea, I guess. Salt and pepper, 2 packs, and some cocoa. All right, guys, I'm gonna make this into a 2-meal. Instead of 24-hour, you think 3 meals. I'm just gonna make it into 2 meals. We're gonna do a little breakfast, brunch kind of a thing, and then a supper. I'm gonna keep a tea. We'll keep 1 tea and 1 coffee. I need some sugar for that. I don't think I'll need salt and pepper. I'll do the cocoa for dessert. I'm gonna have some biscuits with some cheese, and we'll do our muesli, and we got to have some kind of, oh, let's do a banana fuel combat bar. That's what you think of when you think of combat fuel. You think banana. Let's get our coffee in first. There's the freeze-dried. Looks good, looks real good. Let's see how it melts down. That's looking real fine. Now, one thing I just noticed, guys, no silverware.
I wonder if they issue them like you have to carry around silverware.
And then we've got our tea, and we'll get that steeping, making that look good. All right, so let's get this open. Take a look here. This is pretty cool stuff. You have little chocolate chips in there, and then your oats, and then there's a lot of there's usually a lot of powder and stuff in the bottom, which makes it kind of mix throughout it and make it tasty. So we're gonna pour our water in up to the line. There we go.
That
Ooh,
looks
that's
good.
hot.
You know, it looks like a good oatmeal, chocolate oatmeal. You know.
There's oats in here. There is barley. There's wheat. And then they have a milk, like a dried milk, along with that chocolate. So that really mixes up pretty cool. So we'll let that stand for a few minutes and let it get mixed up. These biscuits are pretty cool, as I recall. There are 3 different kinds in here. You've got the salted, the cereal, which have a little bit of sweet, and then the chocolate, which are definitely sweet. So let's see how they're packaged and everything. And we're gonna have some cheese and crackers for our breakfast. So this, if they're on the correct side, which they appear to be, you've got your chocolate biscuits on this side. That's pretty cool. Chocolate infused biscuits. Then you have your cereal biscuits right here. Oh wait, it's 2 cereal biscuits and 3 of the salted biscuits. Huh. We're gonna put cheese with our salted biscuits and give that a try. Let's say a quick prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this opportunity to eat this food, for providing it for us richly, and ask you to bless it to my body. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen. I've noticed with all the European MREs, they love lots of crackers in them.
Yes, that is true. That is true. It smells great. Let me try just a little taste. That's interesting, because it's not like a saltine, sure. Yeah, it is a, it has a texture of like a little animal cracker, only a little more dense, but it's salty. It's really That's really a good cracker. That's a good tasting cracker.
Yeah, their crackers are all dense too. They like lots of crackers, and they're denser.
You. Yep. More packed, more oomph to them. And here's our cheese. Look at that. Now that looks good. And let me.
It does. Looks like easily
Oh,
spreadable.
man, it smells good. It smells so good. Let us take a look at that. Look at that. It's just real thick, and yet it's creamy. A good creamy cheese. I love it. All right. Whew, that smells so good. You want to keep the cheese to cracker ratio almost even. Oh man. I have to say, when comparing the French MRE cheese and the squeeze packet US MRE cheese, sorry man.
Yeah, that makes total sense that the French would make a really good cheese like
Oh
that.
man. You want a little bit?
Sure.
It's really tasty.
That is really good. Of
Damn
course.
tasty.
Of course they would make good cheese.
Let's get our little napkins out here. It's kind of handy dandy. Comes right apart. Can pull out one at a time. Cool. Let's try a banana bar here, whatever this is. Combat Fuel banana bar. Looks kind of like a oat kind of a bar, or some kind of grain. Ooh, that smells really good. Wow. Looks like it has some rice. It smells like banana bread. Oh man. Sorry, you don't get any of this. Wow. You know what this goes with?
Cup of coffee.
Cup of Java. Oh yeah. Put the USS Iwo Jima cup into good use.
I'm curious how French coffee is.
French instant coffee is good. Here, you got to try a little bit of.
I want to try some of their coffee because I'm curious about this. Here.
It doesn't have sugar in it. I know you like sugar. Wow, that banana bar. That's like having a banana muffin. Man. You want a bite?
Sure, that coffee is really good. I kind of suspect a French MRE would be amazing.
Oh, that coffee is just the perfect complement for that banana bar. Wow. That is really good.
I'm usually not a fan of banana things, but that is one of the best banana. It's like a compressed or grainy banana bread, like banana loaf.
Very good, very tasty. Wow. You know, I got to cleanse the old palate because I want a little more of that cheese while we're waiting for our cereal to heat up. That's my old Marine Corps canteen from the 80s, along with my government-issued canteen pack. Hook on the web belt. Back in the day, you always put your initials on everything so nobody made a mistake and grabbed the wrong one in case they lost theirs.
They give you a lot of cheese too.
Oh, they
it's not
do.
Like 1 little ounce of the squeezable cheese, and most of it's left in the package. Like this is good. Like.
Oh, man. Good stuff. We got a river behind us. I don't know if you can hear that boat going up the river. Here we go. Got a little chocolate milk. There is a dried milk in this, so it should taste really, really interesting, I think. That's looking good. Get a little of that soup in there. Smells really good. You know, I actually want a little sugar on that. The chocolate is it's dark chocolate, I think, and I like my milk chocolate, so I'm gonna add a little sugar to it. I like that. That's a good combo. Let's open one of these cereal crackers. I think they're gonna have a little bit of sweetness to them, I'd be my guess. It smells a little different than the other ones. Let's see what they taste like. Definitely crunchier. Yeah, this is like a crunchy animal cracker. That's a good cracker. You want a bite?
Sure. Dip it in some coffee there.
There you go. Now this will be fun. Have a little. Actually, we're gonna just kind of lather it right on top there. Guys, this is really a good meal.
Those things were all meant to go together.
Definitely, absolutely. Let's try a little French tea here. Oh, that's a smooth tea. Some teas you have, they're bitter, and boy, not this one. This is a nice smooth, all the way down tea. That's a good one. I like that. Well, guys, I'm gonna finish up my breakfast here, and then we'll wait a little bit and let's go have some lunch. All right, let's move on to our supper, lunch, dinner kind of a thing, afternoon meal. That's what we'll call it, early evening. While I'm setting everything out, I wanted to say a couple things that were interesting when I was in school, when I was in the Marine Corps. We had a guy, I wish I could remember his name, but he had been a swimmer in high school, and this was in Pensacola, Florida. And this dude he was like V. His shoulders were here, and it just went down to this little thin waist, but he was a big across the shoulders dude. Not real tall, but just you could tell he could, I don't know, he just had the lats on him. He looked like a swimmer. He looked like he was really in good shape. And at the time, the world record, the Guinness World Record, it's improved since then, but this is 1980, 81. The Guinness Book of World Records had one man blew up 3 hot water bottles. If you've ever seen a hot water bottle and you know the kind of rubber they're made out of, it used to be real popular, then they started doing electric blankets. But before that, we had these hot water bottles. And he could blow 2 of them up in a minute. And he was working on being able to blow 3 of them up in 1 minute because that was a world record at the time back in 1980. So that was one kind of crazy dude in the Marine Corps I met. And then when we got to battalion, and that's when you're out in the Fleet Marine Force after school, after boot camp, after school, you get out to the Fleet Marine Force called FMF. And by the way, I was in the 2nd Radio Battalion. Ace and I, last time we were in Florida, we filmed a video in Florida, went to the Army Navy surplus store and bought an MRE. And while we were there, bought this hat, the cover as we call it. And 2nd Marine Division, I was in 2nd Field Service Support Group, or the 2nd FSSG, and in 2nd Radio Battalion, which is an intelligence group. But anyway, what we would do is we would have companies, company A, B, and C would go, we would have competitions between companies in the summertime. We'd have like a big picnic and the families would come in. And one of the highlights was to see which company could switch out a tire on a Jeep fast enough. And you know, we'd practice and get really good. You get 2 guys with a jack and be going crazy. And meantime, the other guys would be taking the lug nuts off before you got the jack up, and the other timers are there. And so there's the A, B, C, and I don't remember who was what company, but the guys that were kind of the nerds, they worked on equipment. They were always in air conditioning because all the intelligence equipment had to do with communications and stuff. It always had to be air conditioned because it was real high energy, sapped a lot of energy, burned a lot of battery power. Everything was real hot around it. So they were always in the air conditioning. So they tended to be a little nerdy, a little, you know, like this, pencil protector sometimes, things like that. Well, there was one guy in particular, we all called him Tiny, which he wasn't, but I think that was, when I got there, he was already there. Tiny was probably about, I don't know, 5'8", 5'9", so he wasn't particularly small. But the dude he had guns on him. He had arms bigger than most guys' thighs. Tiny, right? Big barrel chest, big dude. And Tiny, when that company got ready for the tire changing on the Jeep, they ran over, and it's like, what? They don't have the jack. And the guys loosened the lug nuts real quick, and then Tiny just went, ugh, and he picked up the back end of the Jeep, and they spun the nuts off, put the tire back on, spun the nuts back on, and boom, he set it down. They won everything hands down, just like that. I mean, everybody went wild. So that was a fun memory from battalion game day back in the Marine Corps, but Tiny was anything but tiny. So anyway, we're gonna have us some soup. We are gonna have us some cold Asian chicken and shrimp from France, of course. We've got our tea, our coffee, salt and pepper if we need it. We've got our fish, if I didn't say that. A chocolate bar, peach bar, another energy bar, coffee.
They like their little bars.
Oh, they do. Sure. They do. And we have some plum jam there, some cocoa. We're going to try it all. I got this isotonic drink mix, hydrate you. Another bar, the nougat and fruit bar, and our crackers left over. Got a few napkins and a sugar. So let's get started. I about got attacked online from this one. I had people tell me that when you have pate, and this is cod pate, ooh, sounds good, but when you have pate, somebody told me if it's liver pate, you need to heat it up. I think they're still casting shade my way from me heating up liver pate. I didn't realize you weren't supposed to, because some people probably saying it jokingly, you should heat it up. I did. Took a lot of heat for that. So we're not going to eat the cod pate hot. We're going to keep this cool. Open that up. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Oops, sorry, I hope I didn't get any on your lens. Oh man, that smells really good. Ooh, that'll be fun. We've got our Asian chicken and shrimp salad. I don't know why they call that a salad exactly. I'm thinking lettuce when I think of salad. I don't know about y'all, but that just doesn't...
Fresh fruits and vegetables.
There we go. Let's, we'll pour that out here in just a second. Let's see what our soup looks like. Check that soup out. Oh yeah, that's just going to be your standard real fine powder. Again, one thing I'll say about these international MREs, they typically grind up the powdered stuff really fine. I mean, they do a really nice job on that. And as a result, it melts away or it dissolves quicker into the liquid you're putting it in. So let's go get some hot water. All right, so I've got my old World War II mess kit, which I bought in my adult life, but I had one like this when I was a kid. I'm sure my mom sold it at a yard sale once I left home. But this has the silverware in it, and I've shown this before, but 1945 on the knife there. That's pretty cool. So we've got that to help us eat this meal. Forgot it earlier at breakfast. So let's go ahead. We got our hot water going here. I put it in my old Marine Corps cup there. Pour in the soup. A lot of good stuff there. That looks really good. That looks really good. I put in, I think, the exact amount that is required. I got the coffee going already there. I was going to show you. I think this is like a green tea because it's in a green package.
I see menthe. Mint. Is that like a menthol?
Yes, it is. It's like a before you go lay down tea, huh?
Sleepy time tea.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll set that off to the side. That's in my USS El Paso cup that I got when I was on the USS El Paso with 300 of my close personal friends headed to Norway back in 1984. Let's see. We're going to start with our chicken and shrimp dish. Take this apart a little bit here. Well, we've got, I see noodles. What kind of noodles are those? Or are those? Yeah, those are noodles, like shell noodles. Okay, let's see here. There's a bit of chicken, would be my guess, right here. Almost looks like fish.
It looks like fish to me, but...
Yeah, that's interesting. It was supposed to be shrimp and chicken. So I don't see any shrimp here. There's some tomatoes or peppers. And it was supposed to be eaten cold. That's what it said on the packaging. So we'll give it a try. No, that's chicken. That part there I just had was chicken. Get a little salt and pepper on this. It's kind of cool. You got your pepper.
Yeah.
There we go. And then put a little salt in it. There we go.
Are you enjoying it cold, or do you think it'd be improved if it was heated up?
Well, because they say it's supposed to be eaten cold, it might do something, might meld everything together too much. Everything's very separate. The noodles are separate. They're good. They're cooked really well. And heating that up might mess that up. I don't know. All I've had is chicken so far. And I guess that must be dark meat chicken. Let me just take a look at that a little closer. Smell-wise, yeah. Maybe it's because I think it should be fish that I keep thinking I'm smelling fish. But I haven't tasted any fish or shrimp yet. Let's just try this by itself. But you can see it could very well be like a piece of sardine or a piece of cod or something. Yeah, now it's not fish. Definitely not. It's chicken. It does need salt. I want salt. The gravy is really good. It complements the meat, which is a little dry. The gravy meshes it all together. And the noodles, it's a fun kind of contrast to that meat. So this is I would say this is a really good dish. Look at you've got your yellow peppers here, and then of course you can see the reds. That's quite a fun dish. In the meantime, I'll take one of our crackers and get after some Pate, cod pate. Now this is a first for me. We'll try it without salt. Sure smells good. I like fish. It's kind of strange with those crackers. Let's try a little salt with that. The meat, of course, it's cod, and then they puree it, which they just, run it through some kind of grinder. Looks kind of like cat food, but I think it tastes better than cat food, but I haven't tasted cat food before. It's just a little strange taste with a cracker. Let me try just the pate by itself.
Cod isn't that great as a pate.
Yeah, the texture is really strange because it's fish, and you have a flaky fish, you have a meaty fish, and this is pureed fish, so that's kind of an odd texture. The taste is fine, but even the taste isn't, it's not real fishy, which I suppose is good. You don't want it tasting too oily or fishy or whatever, but no, it's good, but it's not anything to write home about.
Maybe there's a reason why you don't hear much about cod pate. It's just not that
Maybe.
great.
Now I wonder if we took some of our grape jam, because I know people said eat jam with liver pate. I wonder if we try a little. Let's try it. Put a little bit of pate down here on a knife, and a little bit of plum jam on the end. There we go. Let's see here. Kind of like fruit and fish, which my first experience with fruit and fish was in Trondheim in Holland. It was good. That's kind of fun. It's you've got your sweet and you've got your fish, and they actually go good together. You want to try a bite?
I'm good, thank you.
I thought you'd say that. Have a little coffee. Oh, that's good coffee. They've got some good freeze-dried coffee there. Let's cleanse the old palate from the cod pate before we move on to the sweet. So we've got a chocolate bar, 70%. I'm not sure what that means as far as is it 70% chocolate or what, but let's take a look. It looks from the front of it, the packaging, it looks like it's going to be a real dark chocolate. Ooh, that looks like baking chocolate, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that smells strong. There we go, real dark,
Yeah,
real
that's
thick.
really dark. I can smell it from here.
Wow, it's really dark. I don't care for that darker chocolate. That's just me. It's bitter. It's quite bitter. Now, it's not as bitter as some of the dark chocolate I've had made in the U.S., but that's not to my liking. We have an intense energy bar, coffee flavor, I believe. Savory Cafe, so I'm guessing that's flavor of coffee. Oh, look at this. Whoop. Sorry.
That's weird. The color of that's crazy. Kind of
Looks like a toffee, kind of a. Ooh, that's smells like medicine and coffee mixed together. Man, it's real slickety. You know what? I'm going to cleanse the palate because I have a lot of chocolate in my mouth still.
I really like French coffee myself.
You like the old French instant, huh? Well, let's see here. See if I can hold on to it long enough. Oh, real soft. It's like it has some kind of rice or crunch in it.
I think an energy bar is mostly meant to just give you energy, not to taste great.
Well, that would fit the bill right there. It just, and look at my, watch here. I put my fingers, there's like an oil. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like an oil on my fingers. It's real. So, yeah, not, again, a medicine chocolate rice bar or something, and it's just not something that I wouldn't grab that first out of my pack. Let's put it there. I'd probably try to trade that to somebody. This, I believe, is peaches. Peaches or apricot. Ooh, now that looks like Turkish Delight.
It does, I was just going to say it looks like Turkish Delight, peach style.
That might be apricot. Yeah. That's good. You know what? A bar, condensed fruit with a coating of sugar on it. You can't go wrong with that. It's a firm, like a fruit roll-up that's real thick.
It smells really fruity too. Yeah, I really like that.
That's good. That's good stuff. Now we're going to go after this nougat and fruits, and I'm hoping this is that white candy kind of a thing. We've had one of those before.
Yeah, I remember that now, and I know what you're talking about. I forgot that it was white. Yeah.
Oh yeah, check it out.
There it is. Oh, it is.
It's like the old-fashioned candy. Look at that. Oh, big chunks of fruit in it, in a white nougat. Oh man.
A really sweet outside candy coating.
It doesn't smell very good, actually.
Maybe it's a different one. Could I let me tear off a piece? Oops, I tore off like half.
That is really sweet. I think coffee will pair well with that. The white dissolves away as you're chewing on it. And then you start chewing on those chunks of fruit. Not too shabby. Oh, look here. I can read what's in it. The fruits. Pineapple, papayas, and raisins. So that's good. Kind of a tropical one. That was a fun addition. Let's cleanse the old palate. One more time, I'm gonna check on our soup. That soup has gotten nice and thick. Look at that. Let's try the old soup. We got tomatoes in there, carrots. I see green. Those noodles are fun. Smells like a cup of soup. That's good. I'll tell you what. That would be good with some crackers. I think those are the sweet ones. Gotta have the right crackers in there.
Cereal crackers, tomato soup.
Would not be so good. Let's try a couple of little pieces in there with the soup. Bolsters it up nicely.
French make a good MRE.
I'm telling you what, they really do. All right, guys, got some heated water up here again. I'm going to put some hot cocoa together. Again, the international meals, they really make the powdered drinks fine, which you can see the little bits of sugar in there. That's kind of cool. We'll use our spoon. Now, when you're in the field, this is from my soup. That kind of stuff just happens. You don't worry about it. Little soup floating in your hot cocoa, it's not going to make that big a difference. So there's some cocoa. We've got our chocolate crackers. And of course, we've got to get our isotonic sports drink. And this happens to be strawberry mint right here.
Strawberry mint?
Yes, we are going to pour that in. Oh yeah. So, ooh, I can smell that. That smells good. Get just the right amount of water in there. Probably about that many milliliters right there. And we got our mint tea, chocolate crackers. I don't know that I've had a chocolate cracker before. They look good. They look like little tiger crackers or something. That's kind of cool.
I'd like to try one if I could.
Not much. It smells like a graham cracker or an animal cracker. There you go, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Let's bon appetit here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's thick again, dense.
Yeah, yeah. The dense cracker definitely has some dark chocolate in it. I like the crunchy, of course. That's good. It's a good cracker. Don't care for the dark chocolate in it so much, but it's not overpowering. It's a good combo. Let's have a little hot cocoa here. See how that tastes.
I wonder if that's dark chocolate too, or that milk chocolate.
Well,
seems like the Europeans love dark chocolate way more than Americans.
Do.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. And I can't quite tell. I might have had a little too much water in there, but that's all right. And then our isotonic drink, a little energy, a little fruit flavor. Let's give that a try here. Ooh, that's good. Oh wow, I would not have guessed to mix strawberry and mint. Needs a little more water.
It smells really fragrant. I've never had a sports drink that smelled so
definitely
good.
Does. That's a good color. Yep, I like it. That's fun. That's a cool drink. And because it's a cooler drink and it's kind of warm out here, even though it's November, it's warm out here. That's really nice. So lastly, guys, we have our hot mint tea. Smells good. That's good. You know what it could use? A little sugar. Yeah, let's put it all in there. Make it a little bit of a more of a fun drink. You know what we might even try? So this is a mint tea. Let's mix a little strawberry with our mint tea.
Ooh.
See what that's like. Should have left them alone. That wasn't a good idea. Well, guys, I've got a couple more French ones. Got some other cool international MREs, and we have several subscribers have sent American MREs. So let's get after some more.